limitless, the ability to break free, to experience golf in ways you never thought possible, taking your game to levels once only dreamed of. Welcome to the next generation of golf. This is EA Sports Rory Mcilroy PGA Tour. Hello again, everyone. This is Rich Lerner here to walk you through some lessons on how to play EA Sports Rory Mcilroy PGA Tour. The first thing you need to know is how to aim your shot. Change your aim direction to aim at the targets and pass this lesson. Picking the right club is another key to shot selection. Your current club is always displayed here. Change your club to aim at the targets and pass this lesson. There are 6 basic shot types built into the game for you to use. Your current shot type is always displayed here. A full shot aims your club at its maximum distance. A choke shot aims you a little shorter than the club's maximum distance. A punch shot is a low shot used to get out of the trees or keep the ball under the wind. A pitch shot is useful when you get near the green. A flop shot is useful near the green when you need the ball to stop quickly. A chip shot is useful when you are right next to the green and have a lot of room to work with. Creating custom shots starts with knowing how to change your aim distance. Change your aim distance to aim at the target and pass this lesson. You can further customize your shots by using shot shaping. Your shot shaping meter will show up here when you are actively using it. Change your shot shape to aim through the rings and pass this lesson. There are 3 different ways to play the game. Each offers a unique swing mechanic and supporting settings. The arcade style uses a simple analog stick swing. Additional aids like zoom and an aiming arc make this an easy and fun way to play. When you pull down on the swing stick, the golfer's animation will begin. The backswing meter will begin to fill. When the meter gets full, you want to push up on the swing stick. A readout of your swing will appear after you hit your shot. The arcade style also gives you the ability to boost your power and add spin to shots. The power boost meter will show you how much power you are adding to your shot. The spin meter shows you the speed and direction of your mid-air spin. The arcade style automatically shortens your swing animation as you aim for shorter shots. The backswing meter will fill quicker and the animation will come to a stop sooner. Now that you know how to play and your training is complete, you can keep this style. Practice some more. So many historic moments have played out before our eyes in major championships, and today, two of the top players in the world are set to tee off. Rory Mcilroy holding a one-shot lead over Martin Kaymer. It's the final round of the U.S. Open Championship at Chambers Bay.
Going into the final round of any golf tournament with a chance to win, especially a major championship, it's a huge buzz. That's the only way I can describe it. It's the best feeling a golfer can have because you're in the mix and you're in with a chance to win one of the biggest tournaments in the world. It's an incredible feeling. It's something that you may only get to experience a handful of times in your life. So, that atmosphere, you want to soak it in as much as you can and really enjoy it.
Rory Mcilroy coming off a strong performance yesterday, now making his way to that first tee box and looking to add another major championship trophy to his already growing collection.
And Rich, there's no doubt both golfers will be nervous until they get that very first tee shot under their belt.
The first tee shot is probably the most difficult because you've been thinking about that shot since the night before. Once you get that first shot out of the way, you calm down, you're a little more settled, you're not quite as anxious or nervous, and you sort of get into the rhythm of the round. You want to get off to the best start possible, and obviously that starts with that first tee shot.
Well, there he is, Rory Mcilroy, a past U.S. Open winner, set to tee off on what could be an historic day of golf, set against the beautiful Puget Sound. Frank looked like a nice balanced swing.
Well, the free-flowing action that we find synonymous with Rory Mcilroy in display, even under the nervousness of an opening tee shot in the final round of a U.S. Open, and just blitzed it down the fairway.
That one carried a long way, stayed up in the sky forever. Frank, tricky little shot from 145 from McIlroy.
You'd imagine with a little bit of nervous energy, probably only a wedge though for Rory. Just something in between the flag and the bunkers on the right. Use the terrain of the green.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Looks to be a good one, Frank.
Oh, nestles inside 15 feet, so a birdie chance coming up for Rory.
McIlroy rocketed onto the scene with that first major championship, Frank, at the age of 22.
Yeah, that was at Congressional. A lot was said because the golf course was soft, and we know he's a good player in a soft venue, but watching his game mature so quickly and his ability to accumulate victories at the highest level along the way, that's one of the things that really stands out with Rory.
Excellent start, Rory McIlroy. What a nice putt.
I think making putts early in a round is very important. It sets the tone for the day and it gives you some positive momentum early. You see the ball go into the hole and it gives you confidence. You face a downhill putt at a US Open with greens that are as tricky as that, it just makes it even more difficult. I feel like you always face important putts no matter when it is, but obviously they're that much more important when, you know, it's the final round of a major.
Now over to the second. McIlroy with a challenging downhill putt. And I know it's early, but this is the type of putt that can really generate some momentum for the rest of the day.
Well, this putt's only 12 feet, Rich, but it's downhill. And because of that, it's going to be very, very fast. You're almost going to putt this like it's only about 8 feet long. Allow the speed of the green to take it the extra distance.
In. What a way to start this final round. Back-to-back birdies. After an impressive drive, Rory just 165 yards out, faced with this uphill approach shot.
He's going to play closer to about 175 yards, though, Rich, because of that uphill. So probably an extra club. But Rory, even though he grew up in Northern Ireland, where it's windy, is a naturally high ball hitter. It's a good strike, good swing by McIlroy, and no problem finding the putting surface.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par.
There's some times when there might be a wait on a tee box, or you've played your shot and you're waiting on your playing partners to hit their shots, and you just look around and you realize where you are, because you don't really you don't appreciate it that much whenever you're playing, and that's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about trying to win a golf tournament and not really taking in the beauty of your surroundings.
Rory set to tee off here on the long par 3 ninth hole, appropriately named Olympus for its high perch above the course. Really a stunning view.
It's right now about club selection, whether to hit one or two clubs less than what the yardage is showing right now. We're at least 100 feet above here. And you're going to want to sit up on the left side of that green. Have to avoid that menacing bunker on the right.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Safely aboard. "14 feet to the hole." Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Did the job right there. And just like the lone fir tree, there is now one man with the lead. It's Martin Kaymer. Rory Mcilroy now in second behind the German, looking at a difficult second shot here at the par 3 15th.
Rory facing a very difficult flop shot. It's going to be risky having to get the ball up so quick with very little green to work with. And this shot not only requires skill, but a high degree of precision. And at this point, critical to save par.
Pretty good shot right there.
Rich, you get that feeling if there's going to be a moment, I think that moment is now.
Trying to clean this up, make his par.
Now, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé. Has it.
Final few holes to play, especially of a major championship like the US Open. You know, it's what you've worked so hard for. It's what, you know, you've put all those hours of practice in for, and you know, this is your moment. This is your moment to see what you've got against the best players in the world and test yourself at the ultimate level. There's obviously a lot of pressure. You know, you don't want to let an opportunity like this pass you by. You don't want to let it slip. So to stay really focused, really concentrated, try to take one shot at a time, try and put the result out of your mind, control what you can control. But saying that, it is difficult with so many things going on around you, whether it be the crowd or it could be the person that you're going up against. You know, there's so many things that you can't control, but you know, the things that you can control, that's what you have to concentrate on, and that's what you have to try and, you know, do to the best of your ability. And if you can do that, that's what gives you the best chance to try and win a huge tournament like the US Open.
You couldn't ask for much more than what we have right here. Two former US Open champions, 17th hole, tied for the lead, Martin Kaymer and Rory Mcilroy.
And Rich, it's easy to remember these types of situations, and it's as much about mental toughness as anything right now. The 17th hole is named Derailed, and I'm sure it's a great test for both men's mental toughness. Should be safely on deck.
What a nice shot, right on the green, and a pretty easy putt on the way.
Interesting situation here. McIlroy first to putt, but should this one go in, it completely will change the situation and put the pressure completely on Kaymer's shoulders.
This is for birdie for McIlroy.
What a blow by McIlroy on 17.
Frank, this has been just a fantastic week, and these last few shots are going to determine the entire championship.
Rich, normally you'd think par on the 72nd hole would be good enough to win a US Open, but this par 5 is certainly reachable by these players. Par, no doubt, will not be good enough. When he goes after it like he is here.
Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
What a great drive on the final hole.
You know, Rich, so often we associate US Opens with just a straight slog, par after par, but this is a real treat. Kaymer at his best, McIlroy at their best, playing anything other than US Open style. This is a totally different generation.
Brilliant golf by the two Europeans. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Playing his third here at the par 5.
Can still birdie the closing hole.
McIlroy now trying to apply a little pressure to Martin Kaymer.
He's done it. What a gutsy performance. McIlroy fighting for 72 grueling holes, fighting through the tough conditions, fighting off a stiff challenge from the great Martin Kaymer. And Rory McIlroy has now won the U.S. Open Championship yet again.
It's an incredible feeling to know when that final putt goes in on the 18th green that, you know, you've won, you know, a major championship, a U.S. Open. You know, to put your name alongside the names on that trophy, that's something that's going to stay there forever, and it's something that I don't think you quite come to terms with right there and then. You know, it takes a few days to sink in, but, you know, it's the ultimate, you know, it's the ultimate achievement in a professional golfer's life is winning a major championship. And at that moment in time, there's no better feeling in the world. You know, to be able to do it again and put my name on that trophy another time would, you know, it would be very, very special.